Hello everyone, Hourglass Eyes here, and it is the NKD. So we got the new knife today. So, are you ready? Leave a comment down below what you think it is before I show it. I'm gonna wait for you guys to leave your comments. No cheating, no cheating, no waiting to skip past this to leave your comment. I'll know. Alright, here it is. It's another replicant. This one is purple, unlike my other one, which is purple. You know, differences being this one's purple and the other one's a different shade of purple. Okay, they flip completely different, being different shades of purple, you know. Okay, so this is going to be some sort of scientific explanation. I'm sure a lot of you aren't going to understand it, but basically, the way that this purple reflects in the sunlight allows light wave beams to reflect off the knife a certain way, which lends the energy of the knife to basically fly through the air with less resistance. And I'm totally screwing with you. This is not the knife. This is the new knife. So this is the black balisong Dirteedee or DP 2.0. Let's get her up close here. Get it up close and take a look what we're looking like here. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if my phone will focus on this, but it says Dirteedee on the blade. It's laser engraved. So I can get my camera to focus. Camera. Okay, well, camera wants to be a little bit difficult, so I'll look at the hole pattern here. It's, as you can see, it's like recessed. It's not just holes cut in. There's lots of depth to this knife. Okay, so you got these like holes, but they're not holes. I'm trying to get my camera to focus so you can see. They're like divots. They're recesses. They're not all the way through. Okay, the way the spacers go in, they remind me of basilisk spacers. Get the Zen pins. Get this really cool bite handle indicator. The blade, it's like a kukri harpoon that is rounded on the back. So all you chaplain lovers, this thing is perfect for you. I kind of want to give the blade shape a nickname. Should we call it? You should leave a comment on what we should call it. What do you think? Kupoon? Harkri? I don't know. Come up with some interesting combination of kukri and harpoon. Kukrapoon? Call it the Harpy. Any Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there? No Harpy lady? Yeah, maybe this could be her knife. So, how do I like this thing? Well, let me tell you what. I love this thing, man. I love this thing. Don't tell anybody. I'm cheating on my light tech, but this thing is damn. That's all I gotta say. Just dang. So, flipping wise, I really like the way this thing feels. It's very weighty towards the ends. You know, the weights and the way the blade shape is. So it's like a replicant. It really carries its momentum very well. You know, I have no problem doing the normal tricks that I usually do. Since it's really rounded. So since it's so rounded, it actually kind of makes doing the chaplains a little trickier for me. Just because I'm not used to having it be so smooth. It's like, oh, that's nice. That's what a rounded spine is like. Because usually I have knives that have chamfered spines, but this one is just rounded and then like rounded and super polished. Like it's slick. Not that it's bad. It's just, that's great actually. It's just that I'm used to things not being so smooth. I'm used to a little more resistance. So yeah, so it's got kind of like the best of both worlds when it comes to BRS knives. So it's like, it's got the titanium handles with like the feel of like the Alpha Beast. Alright, but it sort of has like the weight and balance and Zen pins of a replicant. And size-wise, it's very close to a replicant as well. Let me bust the two of them together here. There you go. So very similar size. Very similar size. Now this is obviously latchless. Now, I don't know if you requested it, if Black could put a latch in there. I mean, there's space for in the spacers for one. And there's a space there. So, I don't know. If you really want a latch, you could possibly ask him, the maker, for a special set of handle scales that can accommodate a latch, but I don't know why you'd really want to. This thing really shines as a top-tier flipper, and most of us top-tier flippers don't like to flip with latches. So, maybe that's a mute point. Fans very well. Does all the tricks. You know, ladders, rollovers, all that. It's a great knife. It just does everything I want it to. Sound profile is the only thing that caught me off guard. Now, it's not bad. I don't hate it, but it's not what I expected, and it took me by surprise. So, there's the sound profile. Now, I just want to show that it does indeed have no tap and no play. So, it's not that it's not tuned properly or something. It's just got a very high pitch, kind of buzzy sound. And it almost reminds me of, it makes me feel like this is what a replicant would sound like if a replicant had titanium handles. And that's, I guess that makes sense, because that's basically what this is, isn't it? So, yeah, I don't know. When I saw pictures of it, I semi-expected it to sound like the Valkyria, the Valk, or maybe even the, I don't know, maybe even the regular Alpha Beast. I kind of thought it was going to have that more, like, twangy metal thunk that both of those have. So, let's wrap this thing up, because this isn't getting to be a long video. Do I recommend this thing? 100% yes. Okay? If you have any interest at all in either a replicant or an Alpha Beast, I would honestly consider this, because you're getting basically the best things about both knives for a cheaper price. So this, the base model, which is what this is, comes in at $320. You can get anodized versions for a little bit more if you want color. And for $320, yeah, you might be able to get a replicant for $320, but it's not likely, unless you had like a really good deal or found somebody who was willing to sell one for $320. Maybe a standard for $320, but definitely not like a select or a colored one or a premium. No way. And you're definitely probably not going to get an Alpha Beast for $320 unless it's beat to hell. So for $320, this thing is amazing. Fantastic. And if you want to get yourself one, head over to Instagram and hit up Dirteedee. I'll put his Instagram tag in the bio or something. Or you can hit up Black Balisong himself, and Black Balisong can put you in contact with Dirteedee. Dirteedee is like the US distributor, so there you go. One last thing. that is sort of a bonus, I suppose, is that this thing sort of has a better warranty than BRS. Okay, if you get yours and you've got problems with tap or play, or, you know, there's a scratch on the blade or anything like that, just reach out to us, any of us who are affiliated with Black, and we'll help work things out. You know, there's plenty of solutions that can be had, okay? The reason I bring that up is because in a previous comment, somebody mentioned something about the replicant, and I had to explain that basically if you drop the replicant and it gets dirt, you can't just tighten the screws down to get it back to no play. And so you basically have to take the whole thing apart and tune it and blah-de-blah-blah-de, and things can get damaged. And when things for the replicant get damaged, you're basically on your own. So I've had to replace replicant bushings, replicant Zen pin screws, like the barrels, like the middle part of the Zen pin. I've had to replace the screws themselves, the spacers, the pins, all of that. And BRS never assisted me with any of that. It always had to come out of my own pocket every time. I had to do the work to find the things and all this and that. If you need a new bushing from Black, you can get one right from Black. Just shoot a message and say, hey, I need a bushing. And you can work things out and get a bushing. You need some screws? There you go. He's a very nice guy and very accommodating, and I love doing business with him. So that would be the end of the video. Peace out.